guys, this is Chaitanya. Now I'm gonna demonstrate how our code works. So first I'm gonna compile my main class code. Now I'm gonna run it. So after running, you guys can see it has displayed welcome to the banking system, and we have some five options to choose. As said before, the project which we have done till now is completely based on console based application. So we're gonna perform the front end and back end both here. So basically that that means we're gonna give input and we're gonna get the output in the terminal itself. So basically whatever action we perform, which is going to be performed in terminal. So first I'm gonna register a customer as C1. I'm gonna give the password as 123, and I'm also gonna register a second customer called C2. I'm gonna give password 456. So now let's log in. I'm gonna use the first customer credentials. After login, you guys can see I have 10 options to choose. The first three options are to create a account. The fourth one is to check the balance. Fifth is for withdraw. Fifth is for deposit. Sixth is for withdrawal. Seventh is for to check the transaction history. Eighth is to close an account. Ninth is to view account details. In this, we can check how many accounts does the customer have. What all accounts? Let's dig in first. So first I'm gonna create a savings account. I'm gonna give the account number as one. I'm gonna give the interest rate and minimum price I'm gonna keep 1,000. So now I'm gonna make a fixed deposit account. I've set the account number as two, and the maturity date is for 1 year. The initial deposit is 10,000. The account is successfully created. Now let's also create a current account. I'm gonna keep the three overdraft limit. I'm gonna set as 1,000 rupees. I'm gonna keep the initial deposit as at least 10,000. Whatever we created is just for an example purpose. Now I'm gonna deposit some money into my bank. So I'm gonna deposit into my savings account first. I'm gonna deposit some 5k, and I'm also gonna deposit into my current account. Here also I'm gonna deposit some 10,000. You guys can see I've deposited 10,000. Now let's check my account details. See, you guys can see I've created three accounts which are reflecting here. The first account is savings account, second one fixed deposit, third one current account, and the respective balance. So now let's check the transaction history. Check it for account one. So you guys can see I've deposited in 5,000 rupees. You can check the time, this time with my respective laptop timing here. So now let's try to withdraw the amount. I'll withdraw it from my current account, and I'm gonna withdraw some 2,000. The withdrawal is successful. Now let's check the transaction history for my second account, which is okay, third account, which is current account. You guys can see I've deposited, I have withdrawn. It's showing everything very clearly. Now let me close my let's close any account. Let's close my current account, which is 3. So you guys can see I have closed my account successfully. Now let's check the account details. You guys can see I have only two accounts, fixed account and savings account. So I guess I have covered every functionality here, I guess. So now let's go out of this. By the way, you can't withdraw amount from fixed account because I'll show you why. Because let's select 6, 2, and so you guys can see withdrawal is not allowed before the maturity date, which is set for 1 year. While the creation of account I have set for 1 year, so that's the reason it's showing 2025 here. I guess that's it, guys. Let's go for bank stuff. I'm gonna log out and I'm gonna log in. First, let me create a bank stuff. I'm gonna set it at S1, 1, 2, 3. So let me log in. So these are the following options which are available for bank staff. So first, let me register a new customer called C3. I'm gonna say password is 123. So I've registered it successfully. Now let's check using option 2. You guys can see there are total three accounts. The first two accounts were created at the initial at the starting point, and this account I have created now. Basically, in customer 2 and 3, we have no accounts because I haven't created any account. So now let's deposit using. So let's see how a bank staff can deposit. I'm gonna select C1 because only C1 can deposit. I'm gonna deposit in my savings account. I'm gonna deposit some 10 rupees. So it has successfully deposited. Let's check whether it's deposited or not using the transaction history. C1 account 1. So you guys can see 10 rupees is deposited. Now let's close any customer account using option 6. Mm, let's close my fixed. Let's close my fixed deposit account. So you guys can see it has successfully closed. Let's check. You guys can see I have only one here. Now let's check. Let's withdraw from any customer. Now I'm gonna withdraw from my savings account. Account number 1. I'm gonna withdraw some 500 rupees. So the withdrawal is successful. Let's check the transaction history. Customer C1. One. You guys can see I've it's reflecting back. So I guess I've covered everything here. Now let's go back. Now I'm gonna create a new manager. Gonna keep as M1, password 123. I'm gonna log in now. So a manager has some five options to do. So let me click one. So you guys can see we have not developed yet the reports. We're thinking on what basis should we develop a report. So let me add a bank staff to this. A manager can add or remove bank staff. First, let's check what our bank staff we are having. We're having only one, which is S1, which I have created. Let's add a new bank staff called S2. You guys can see S2 is registered. Now, let's remove him. You guys can see I've removed him. Now, let's check. See, I've created as well as removed. For that reason, it's not reflecting here. Let's add a new one called S3. Now let's check whether it got added or not using 5 option. Sorry, 4. You guys can see S3 is added here. Now let's view the customer accounts. You guys can see here. Now I'm logging out. So in this way, our banking system works, and we are also thinking to add some more methods where we can more methods. Example in fixed account,